Hey everyone, welcome to another Pioneer video here on Magic Arena. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I do appreciate the support. So when this video goes out, either on Saturday or Sunday, we are assured that Wizards will have flipped the switch and Explorer on Arena will have become Pioneer. Now, it doesn't mean that it has exactly the same card pool, and there are still a lot of cards missing from Pioneer as it exists on Arena now. But most or all almost all of the competitive cards are now on Arena. They've added 11 more, mainly sideboard cards, but a couple that we'll probably make use of at some point, like Sanctum of Ugin. Yeah, so here we are. We are playing Pioneer. There is no need to say otherwise now. And today we are running some Orzhov Doom, which kind of splits the difference between the old Doom Foretold decks and the self-bounce decks, because there's quite a lot of synergy between those two things. So kind of the ability to rebounce a Treacherous Blessing or an Oath of Kaya, those kind of things that used to exist in kind of the Doom Foretold decks, but now kind of operate on a slightly different level, given the kind of self-bounce ability. You're not necessarily looking to sacrifice them to Doom Foretold, although you can. There is the option for kind of bouncing them and replaying them. So yeah, we're kind of we're doing it slightly differently. As I say, it is kind of self-bounce in the sense there's a lot of cards you'll recognise. Not playing blue, so this town ain't big enough, and Storm Chaser's talent aren't here, but we've got the Pixie, we've got the Sunpearl Kirin as our kind of bounce enablers, and then we've got Hopeless Nightmares, Momentum Breakers, and Nowhere to Run, as well as Legions Landings. So that kind of package of self-bounce and small, cheap value cards is still there. But yeah, it's kind of with a Doom Foretold package alongside of it. Then we've got some interaction with our Thought Seizers, Fatal Pushes, and Vanishing Verses, just to kind of hold down the early game while we kind of accrue the value that we want. We're also running 3 copies of Baser, just a very good card, particularly in these kind of decks where you're kind of durdling away for the first few turns. You'll often have lost life, perhaps be behind on creatures, and Baser can help catch you up. And then a couple of Spirit Sisters Call, which is an interesting 5-mana enchantment I don't think we've used before. It says, at the beginning of your end step, choose target permanent card in your graveyard. You may sacrifice a permanent that shares a card type with the chosen card. If you do, return the chosen card from your graveyard to the battlefield, essentially with a finality counter on it. That's kind of what that clause has become. So yeah, the ability to, once we've sacked other enchantments, whether that be to Doom Foretold or just generally, we can potentially just kind of loop them and bring them back. And like nothing... Like the enchantment you sack isn't exiled, so you could potentially then sack a different one to bring that one back. So there's some value you could accrue out of that. It is also worth bearing in mind that sometimes this is a 5-mana enchantment that doesn't do anything. So, there's 2 copies of that. In terms of the mana base, so being a Yorion deck, 80 cards, many dual lands. We are making the full use of Shadowy Backstreet as well. We're running the full kind of gamut of all of the various dual lands, verges, slow lands, fast lands, we've got them all. A couple of basic lands, a couple of fountain ports, and then Iganju and Castle Lochthwain as well. Then in the sideboard, so we can kind of transmogrify this into a Waste Not deck, which is an interesting kind of way of doing the sideboard. So we do have High Noon for those kind of decks which are trying to go fast. Rest in Peace is Graveyard Hate, and then the kind of the discard sideboard, so bring in Bandit's Talent, bring in Waste Not, bring in Liliana of the Veil, obviously the kind of already synergizes with Nightmare and Momentum Breaker. So yeah, there is a kind of this kind of weird turn into Orzhov Waste Not that we can do in the sideboard, and 1 more copy of Baser as well if we are facing down those difficult aggro decks. So that's it, Doom Foretold with self-bounce as a primary / sub strategy, choose your pick. And that is the deck. So thank you very much for watching, and let's take it on to the ladder. Sadly, this is not a keep, as much as a lot of these cards are quite good. Can't keep a 1-lander with this deck. Yeah, this one's okay. Pop back a Shadowy Backstreet. Okay, I'm being good gamed already, so the opponent has some confidence. Well, they haven't exactly terrified me with their opening. I don't think we need another Pixie. We've got enough abilities to bounce our stuff. And a Corey Steel Cutter. Fair enough. So I think I might just hit them with the Nightmare and then hold up Fatal Push for their token. Yeah, because if we're able to hit their hand effectively, it does make utilising the cutter quite difficult. And an Artist Talent as well, so this could actually be a Phoenix deck. So they're going to 3 cards here. So I'll take that out. Okay, so I've got some options here. So I could Momentum Breaker, make them discard, then pick up another one of our... They maybe just pick up the Hopeless Nightmare with the Pixie. Which I think I shall do. Then I've potentially got the ability to Sunpearl Kirin as well. Okay, so this is a Phoenix deck, then fine. Okay, well, they're going to be able to Treasure Cruise, which does make my... Oh, and they weren't interested. Okay, presumably they have another one then. Yeah. Well, that does make my discard quite a bit worse. But that's fine. It's all fine. Okay, I quite like that. So, Hopeless Nightmare. I think I'll just hold up Sunpearl, pick up the Hopeless Nightmare again. Another Steel Cutter, huh? Okay. It's a problem. So yeah, this is very much not a deck where we want to kind of sideboard into our discard strategy. So they won't be able to bring back their Phoenixes yet, because they've cast Steel Cutters. Pick up a Hopeless Nightmare, trade this for one of their tokens. Okay, so let's go again. Yeah, we're falling quite far behind here just because they're managing to draw so many cards. If they Treasure Cruise again, we're pretty much done, I think. Yep. Okay, let's scoop this one up. So, I think our High Noons go in, our Rest in Peace goes out, and so do our Hopeless Nightmares. We become a much different deck after sideboarding, I think. But it's pretty simple. Yep, this is a reasonable opening hand. This Sunpearl Kirin isn't doing a huge amount at the moment, but that's fine. Don't have any of our big kind of splashy sideboard cards like Rest in Peace or High Noon, but it's an 80 card deck. You can never really be sure. Yeah, I'll keep a Fountain Pool. I think we can decide what we want to do with our Sunpearl Kirin. Whether we want to just play it. Probably not. Gives them a target for removal, which I don't really want them to have. Nope. I could just play Oath of Kaya. At least I have a sacrifice for my Doom Foretold. I think that's fine. And if they want to counter this, they can. Yep, Prankster is fine. See what they choose to do with all of this. Okay. Do I want to play a Doom Foretold? I think I will. Good. Yep, so holding another Prankster activation. Well, there's their negate. So this will pop. Yeah, they can discard a Phoenix, but like they were going to be able to do that anyway. Let's be real. For example. Okay. So, if I play Beza here, I draw a card. It seems decent. And I've also got a push. Or Steel Cutter, sure thing. Steel Cutter does make it more difficult for them to Phoenix, which is a good thing. Because they have to cast 3 instants and sorceries, which looks like they're going to Treasure Cruise. They may be able to. They are also getting quite close to death here. I've got a 1 Phoenix in the bin at the moment. Okay, you'll need something else. Land, they've got the land. Red alert, they've got the land. And it looks like they have a lightning axe as well. Oh, it's all bad news. Yep. No, at least it's not another Phoenix, I suppose. Take the good news where we can. Does feel like quite a tough matchup for this deck. So I'll push the Steel Cutter token. Take 3. Momentum Breaker's not terrible. So how am I going to do this? I can play Momentum Breaker. Make them sack a creature. I'll play Pixie. Pick up Oath of Kaya. Oath of Kaya away that other Phoenix. And now they need to triple spell again. Okay, that's fine. See if they can do it. Yep, looks like they will be able to. And a third Phoenix as well. Yeah, okay, this is beginning to look quite grim. Not drawing any of our hate pieces has been quite bad. Okay, we're going all in here. So how much damage can I do them? Not enough. So 2, 5. No, if I had another... Yeah, I'd need to be able to bounce Oath twice. So if I put Urine in my hand, that's not going to do it. Sunpearl Kirin neither. Gain. So yeah, pick that up, put them to 3. It's not quite enough, is it? I can go to 11 life. Well, let's give it a go. Let's see what happens, because I can... Like, I might not be dead. I feel pretty dead, but I might not be dead. If they've run out of non-creature spells in their hand and they've only got a negate. Narrator, they have not run out of non-creature spells. Never mind. Looks good to me. Mono red, okay. I think this is worth the 2 life to take out their Emberheart Challenger. Ooh. Well, I don't need to do that this turn to get their Spine links. I think I will, as much as it is slightly painful on the life. Goodbye. Okay, a 5/4 Bone Crusher's pretty spicy. So I am going to snag their Sunspine before they can cast it. And I'm just going to have to be a little careful with my life total. So, Commander faces Kakazan will flip. I'll know where to run. Killing that, I'll take 5. And then I think I'll just hit Slam Baser. That'll gain life. No, they're off it. Good. Okay, so I think I'll trim a couple of Thought Seizers. Actually, no, Treacherous Blessing is what we don't want in this matchup. Just a thing that costs us life. Every time we play a card is not the one, so we'll put in High Noon, we'll put in the 4th Baser. Again, do we want Bandit's Talent as well? Maybe we do on the draw. Yeah, let's put that in. Trim a couple of Momentum Breakers. I think that's decent. I think we've got a reasonable matchup. Yeah, this is okay. Do we want to start with Nightmare or Legion's Landing? I think we'll start with Legion's Landing. Let them thin out their hand a little bit more. Will they get any value off this? We'll kill it and get a life. Woo! Yes, life. No, bad. Very bad. Hopeless Nightmare. Get a life. Hold back with Sunpearl. Another Nemesis. Okay, this is starting to look slightly dicey. No one expects the second Nemesis. At least they don't have Monstrous Rage, I suppose. Take some comfort from that. Artfire Hero, okay. Well, I'll pick up the Nowhere to Run. Yeah, that Thought Seize looks bad right about now, doesn't it? So, send in the attackers. Yeah, I'll take that trade. It's life neutral. Get rid of a Screaming Nemesis. Under a Nowhere to Run. Pick it up again. And now pray very, very fast. I think we just play Baser here, actually. Or Doom Foretold. Doom Foretold, I like. No, actually, I want the life gain. Yep, okay. Pretty effectively bullied mono red there. I don't mind so much being on the draw with a deck like this, just because it's like hitting the opponent's life total. Okay, we're going all mono red all the time here, are we? Well, this Thoughtseize suddenly feels very life painful, but I think it's still worth doing. Yep, so we'll take the Monstrous Rage. Okay. Legion's Landing or Vanishing Burst. I think Legion's Landing is fine. Yeah, this is a bad hand for a mono red matchup. Fair enough. Just because, like, all of like Thoughtseize, Treacherous Blessing, it's all bad news. Yeah, that's pretty bad too. So we'll take our punishment. Okay. So we can clear the board effectively here. So we'll just attack and pass the turn and see what they want to do. Activate Mutable. Fair enough. So let's push the Mutable. Pass through blockers. No? Okay, in which case I'm going to vanish your Screaming Nemesis. Consider him vanished. Okay. So I go to 4. Can't gain life. Well, can't gain life. That's not good. Treacherous Blessing is kind of like... I mean, it's a roll of the dice, I suppose, isn't it? Yeah, well, you know, you only die once. So let's take the risk. We'll go to 3. Pick it up. That would sack it, wouldn't it? Yeah, pick up Legion's Landing then. Pass the turn. Well, that's not really fun, is it? What a villain. So block like this, they can do me 1 more and I go to 2. Well, it's not looking great. So if I play Doom Foretold, I go to 1. They have to sack Nemesis, and then if they just... like... if they... I mean... yeah. They have to sack their Nemesis. But then, like... what's a dead draw for them? Not that. Very much not that. Okay, well... we had a bad hand for another mono-red matchup, but... we know that Baze is going in, so is High Noon. Treacherous Blessing is coming out. A couple of thoughts. I think Thoughtseize can come out. Bandit can come in. A couple of Lilianas can come in. Yep, this is a good mono-red hand. Much better than the other one. Much, much better. So that's fine. We've got nowhere to run. We've got Sunpearl. It's all coming together. It's fine. Rip. Ooh, it's tempting to stick Yori in my hand this turn, actually. Do you know what? I'm going to do it. Ready for a massive... a blinky blinky. That's a technical term. And a manifold mouse. Sure thing. So, fortunately, the Sunpearl interacts quite nicely with nowhere to run on a Heartfire hero because its power becomes -1, so it doesn't do me any damage. I'll pass the turn. Sure thing. So I'll trade here, take 5. So, I have options. I can Sunpearl again, picking up nowhere to run, kill Nemesis, Fatal Push, Manifold Mouse. That seems pretty good. So we'll Sunpearl now, pick up nowhere to run, kill Nemesis, just in case they have a way of growing it. And we'll hold up the Fatal Push for now. That's fine. And again, you're dead. Okay, land is great here, so we'll attack. Play Hopeless Nightmare. Sure. Then, blink the landing and the nightmare. So this will get rid of what's left of their hand. No, thank you. Go ahead. We'll create a fish. Block and take 2. Cool, okay, fair enough. No, fair enough. I'll take more than 2. Yeah, I could have done with drawing a bit more than land, to be honest. So I can hit them down to 2. Can I? So I hit them to 2, I go to 7. I think I just have to hope they don't draw anything. Or I just hit them for 1. And then how much mana have I got? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Just need them to blank for a turn. Yay! Okay, we got. Yep. Play to win, not play to survive. Okay, that was close there. Monstrous Rage off the top was very good there. So I'm going to take out one of our High Noons. Pop in the other Liliana. Actually, is Liliana even any good here? I think it is, actually, just because we have enough early interaction that on turn 3 it might just snag a Screaming Nemesis by itself. Yeah. You see Fatal Push, you keep. You see Heartfire Hero, you get ready to Fatal Push it. Yeah, I'll take the one, just to see what they do. Another Heartfire Hero. Fine. Well, push one of them. I see. It's Shattered Sanctums all the way down. Push that one too. Am I just going to pay Pixie as a 1/1? Yeah, I think I probably should. Then I have something to sack with my Doom Foretold as well. I don't like doing it. Do not think this is a good idea normally. Fine. Fine. So, Hopeless Nightmare. Yorion into hand. I don't think there's much point attacking for one. Have they got another stomp? Oh, they love it. Love the stomping. Stomping all day long. Now let's stack these triggers correctly, and we can... Well, actually, it doesn't matter how we stack them, because they both resolve. Screw you, Screaming Nemesis. Ooh, an Urabrask's Forge, that's fun. It is going to die, but it is fun. Sorry, I must stop doing that. I don't know why I'm in such a salute-y mood. There we are. 2 for 2 against Mono Red. We're on the draw again. Yes. This is a hand with cards in it. Snow-covered forest. I was not expecting this. Show me your hand, good sir. There, put it away again. I must apologise, but I want your elf dead. It is offending me. I don't really want that hanging around either, to be honest. But I'm kind of stuck with it, so... Oh. No, I don't think I need... That's a little too dirtly for what we've got going on. We've got nowhere to run again. I was kind of hoping they would just draw no lands and die. But apparently that's just too much to ask. Okay, Vanishing Verse is pretty good. How much is this Great Henge costing at the moment? 5? Yeah, I really don't want them casting the Henge, so I think I'm going to kill that. Just hope. Okay, it's tap land. It's better, but not great. Okay, well that gives us the option to kill a Cavalier, I suppose. But they are getting closer towards casting this Titan of Industry, and I don't really approve of that. Please, no, save me. Nykthos as well. Yeah, actually, Doom Foretold is not the worst when it comes to dealing with this stuff. So I think I'll play that. I think I'm happy to just pass. Because that Cavalier dies. Sadly, I can't save the Doom Foretold from a Titan. But that is a tap land. That is what we in the industry call a tap land. And a tap land does not cast Titan of Industry. Well, I mean, we may as well. I think what's of minimum impact here? Probably at this point nowhere to run. Oh. Huh. I might be able to just punch through everything they're doing here. So they can activate Lair. That's fine. Gain a life, they'll go to 12. So I could, yeah. Pixie. Picking up Legion's Landing. Play Legion's Landing again. Play Baser, draw a card. Okay, that all seems quite spicy. Momentum Break is a good draw. So they can play their Titan now. But I don't think it's even that. I don't think it's going to be enough. Yeah, that's fine. A shield counter is not really going to help you very much, so I'll play Momentum Breaker. Then let's bounce. Blink, rather. Does Baser actually do anything for us here? Guess it's a treasure, doesn't it? So we'll bounce Baser, Pixie, Legion's Landing, Momentum Breaker. No attacks. Pick these two back up. Sack your Titan of Industry, thank you very much. Cool, okay. Value. So, is this a deck where we spring into being a discard deck? Do you know? I think it might be. Let's give it a go. Mainly because we just haven't done it yet. So I don't actually think we need Baser. We can take out Spirit Sister's Call and a Doom Foretold. High Noon is a no. Liliana, probably not so good against. Or I suppose if we're going all in on the discard strategy, maybe Liliana is better than Doom Foretold. I don't know. Doom Foretold was really good there. Maybe it's better than Oath of Kaya. Oath of Kaya is not a great answer for a lot of their creatures. Yeah, let's take out Oath of Kaya, put in Liliana, become the discard deck. Marv. Step 1, become discard deck. Step 2, question mark. Step 3, profit. No white mana, but Hopeless Nightmare and nowhere to run. It's a hard yes from me. And they mulligan to 6 as well. White mana. It's happening. We're doing it, folks. We're not doing it, folks.
Something truly spectacular.
Right, let's get rid of the elf. Hopefully we can just run them out of things to do here. If they start drawing cards with the Kiora, then it becomes a problem. Yep. Dagnammit.
Let's get moving.
Okay. So, we'll pick up the Hopeless Nightmare. Get rid of the last card in their hand. It was a Vivian. Okay, that's good. Now we just need them to blank a couple of turns. That is not... If they've drawn a Cavalier, that is not blanking. That is the opposite of blanking. Fine. I was going to say, you had one job, and that was to blank. These Doom Fortolds are a bit rubbish, aren't they? So they didn't play a land here, so actually I think it's worth thought seizing them. No, it's just from the Besagel, fine. So we'll hit them with a Momentum Breaker. My life total's looking a little tragic, but...
Nature flows with vigor.
Just more layering. Layering. I'm very Larry. Blech. That is the opposite of not having anything. Well. It was bound to happen eventually. They whiffed on lands. No, of course they haven't. Yeah, this is the trouble. This deck can discard down and one lucky draw off the top. And oh, thanks. And that's it. This Liliana is looking very weak right now. Yeah, okay. Let's go to game 3. Maybe I'm right. Maybe I don't like Liliana. I didn't like it there. What am I going to put in instead? Maybe put the Oath of Kaya back in. Does hit Kiora. And on the play, being able to kill an elf on turn 3 is not as terrible as waiting till they've already had their turn 3, I suppose. Swings and roundabouts. Okay, that's bad. That is better. Yes. Question is, what do I put back? I think the answer is... Blades. Oh, yeah. The ability to kill a turn 1 elf is just too strong. Okay, well that's actually not too bad, because now we can just play Waste Not and gain the infinite value of them not having anything else. Okay, that's great. So let's start with Momentum Breaker. Follow it up with Hopeless Nightmare. Ooh, cards! Vanishing Verse. Cards! It's all falling into place. Okay, so let's vanish the troll. Play Legion's Landing. Have a Surveil. Ooh, yes. Ooh, yes, please. So they're far from out of it, because like this combination of lands is very potent. But I think we are happy to pick up They're not happy. They are not happy at all. Good. Good, yes. I think the value of those discards... They didn't have an elf. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, so this seems quite a good version of the self-bounce deck, really. Kind of, Doom Foretold is certainly a potent card, and it seems... I don't know whether it's just trying to be too cute, trying to do both things at once. I think that's an interesting question. But, you know, there were times when each of these kind of different packages felt quite powerful. Kind of ran over mono red to a certain extent. Yeah, it was a good deck. I enjoyed it. But here's the deck list one more time. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.